What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys 6 tips that I think that you guys can use to get out of doing delivery driving full-time. Now, these are going to be tips for anyone who's a delivery driver for Uber Eats, Uber, DoorDash, Postmates, whatever it is. It's going to be pretty broad, and they are going to be tips that are not something you would typically think about as like a typical gig driver. It's going to be just kind of like out of the box tips that I used to get out of doing DoorDash every single day. Because I remember when I was doing it every single day, all I could think about was, man, how do I get to the next level so I don't have to do this anymore? So if you're trying to be a career-long DoorDasher, which you probably shouldn't, because robots are going to be driving for you guys in a few years, so probably should try to get out as soon as possible. And I've been saying this for years. So 3 things that you want to think about as a delivery driver. All right, number 1 is the most important, in my opinion, because I made this mistake and a lot of people probably are making the same exact mistake. Your car value is so important, and it is something you really need to focus on. Don't be driving around, don't even do delivery driving if you have a car that is rather expensive. So for me, in 2018 or 19, I bought a 2017 Ford Explorer for $42,000 with all, out the door, that was $42,000. It was less, but with all the other stuff, $42,000. Then, obviously, COVID came around and I lost my income, which I thought I was going to be using that to tow, I own a stunt show. For those of you guys who don't know me real quick, my name's Tanner. I own a stunt show, and the stunt show does around $1 million a year, and I funded that whole business by doing DoorDash every single day, and I would literally make $70 a day just to make enough money to get by. That way I could recycle and reinvest all of the money from the stunt show back into itself to grow it into the company that it is today. So I couldn't have done it without doing DoorDash because of the opportunities it gives you, but this is what I did. So the first biggest mistake that I made was I drove around a car that was worth $42,000. I shouldn't have, and unfortunately I was kind of, during COVID, that was the only option. But I didn't know what else to do. So the car I put on, I think it was like 90,000 miles or something like that, something crazy. And the car's value in 3 years, because I held on to it for 3 years. So bought it in 2019, I believe. And I sold it in 2022, I'm pretty sure. Maybe 2023. But in 3 years, the car devalued $30,000. So each year that I was driving DoorDash, you could probably make a maximum of like $30,000 to $40,000 a year off of DoorDash. I actually only made $20,000 or whatever it was, $10,000 less than that. $10,000 a year I lost because I was driving a car that was too expensive. So stay away from that. I would say the best car would be around $10,000-ish, because they're like, at that point, they're pretty reliable, but they're not going to devalue too much. So if you're going to be doing delivery or something like that, try to stick with a car like that. But again, I think robots are going to be driving around pretty soon, and I would probably look for a different career path before it's too late. Anyways, number 2 is you want to get some credit cards. Credit cards, in my opinion, if you use them correctly, I use this Amex Platinum card. But if you're a beginner and you're looking for like a good business card, because if you're a delivery driver, you do have your own business. I can show you this one right here, the Business Plus. This is the Blue Business Plus. You can get this thing for free. So if you got decent credit, get the Blue Business Plus. That's what I would start with. 1, because you want to put all of your expenses on one card. I have 3 businesses, so I have 3 different cards, and each business has its own card, and I put all of them on it. So that way at the end of the year, it's super easy for me to just go through all of these expenses, and then each business has a backup card, because sometimes places don't always take Amex. I'm a big fan of Amex. But if you guys want to sign up with my Amex link, you'll get, I want to say it's like like $600 or $700 in points if you spend $6,000 in the first few months, which is pretty easy. I think it's even, no, I'm not sure. Anyways, link down below if you guys want to sign up using an Amex card. I would tell everyone they should get a credit card, because when you collect those points, if you really think about it, when you're buying with a credit card, everything is like 1 to 2, sometimes even 3% off, because you usually get like $1 a point, And when you calculated it out, you know, $100 is like, or sorry, 100 points is like, I'm not even sure. Anyways, but everything comes out to like 1 to 2% off. And then after you get a credit card, if you want to make everything like, let's say 3 to 4% off, gas is really expensive. It's like your biggest expense as a delivery driver or whatever kind of driver you are. If you get an account, let's say like a Chevron account, or I personally use 7-Eleven because it's the closest gas station to me and get a lot of rewards through them. If you just add up both of those, your credit card points and those gas points, you're saying, you know, everything's like 3 to 4% off. So that's what I would do, and that's what I did to get out of delivery driving. Tip number 3 is, sorry, 1, 2, 3, that was 3 tips. That was 3 tips right there. Tip number 4 is doing other side hustles between orders. So for me, I own 3 businesses. One is a YouTube channel, which you guys are watching right now. The other is a footwear company. We make and design shoes. And you can, if you go to like a Cirque du Soleil show, or let's say like a lot of the shows in Disney World and Disneyland, we make shoes for the performers. So that's my other company. And then my third company would be my main income, which is my stunt show, which is the one that just crossed $1 million in revenue this year, which is a big goal for me, was always get to that amount. And we mostly put all of our focus into that one. But what I was doing between DoorDash orders was I would either be designing shoes or working on something with a footwear company. I would either be talking to myself like a crazy person, like I am right now, on YouTube, which is funny. And I would also be like doing sales and stuff. So between orders, I was always constantly doing something productive. So that way I'm maximizing my return on investment with my time. So try not to sit around and listen to music. And the next tip number 5, is listen to books, because I believe that your success in like a business, if you're a driver, you are a business. Your success is going to be the brain power and ideas that you have. So reading books and getting more ideas is going to give you opportunities to make more money. Like a business is a collaboration of a bunch of different ideas from all of the people that work there, and they're only going to be as successful as the ideas that they have. So if you read more books, you will get smarter. And I don't think it's even possible to be broke and be reading 10 books a year, especially if they're like self-help or business books or something. That's what I would literally listen to books all day long when I was driving around. So find good books and listen to them, because it's better than listening to music, in my opinion. Especially if you're a DoorDash driver, you got to get out ASAP. And the last tip, which is kind of just a bonus tip for anyone who wants to be a YouTuber or something along those lines, some kind of influencer. Like what I do, there's 4 different ways of selling, real quick. There's 4 different ways of making money. There's selling a product. There's selling your own personal time. There's paying someone else to work for you. And then there's selling information. Selling information, like what I'm doing right now, is the most lucrative, because there's all sorts of different ways to make money off advertising, off sponsorship deals, selling your own products like I do, referral links like are listed down below. Click on them, sign up for Amex. There's all kinds of different ways of making money. And what people really like to do is they like to see people learning. So if you start off doing something, it's fun to see someone's progress on how they're doing with whatever they're working on. So for me, when I first started doing Postmates, when I first started my business, I was like, dude, how am I supposed to make any money doing this? So I Googled how to make more money on Postmates. There was 0 videos, because Postmates was really new at the time. 0 videos. So I put out the first one. Go ahead, check it out. I did the first video back in the day, how to make more money on Postmates. It was called Postmates Cheatcodes. And it got hundreds of thousands of views. And that's what started my YouTube channel, was giving out how-to videos like I'm doing right now. And those videos live forever. So if you guys want to be an influencer of some sort, you just can't expect to see success right away. But how-to videos, and just give out your advice, and eventually you will find your audience. It's going to take a while, but eventually you'll find your audience. So those are my 6 tips that I don't think anyone else would think about as a delivery driver or typically not, they're kind of out of the box tips, you know, it's not like which orders to pick. So some people ask me for my advice on how to get out of door dashing, and that's what I would say to do. So thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to support me, please consider either signing up for just use my referral link down below for Amex card, or you can shop at my footwear company, offaccessathletics.com/shop, and check out some of our shoes. I designed them myself, and I personally wear them every single day. So thank you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Subscribe, smash that like button, all that stuff. Peace, guys.